Music is in the air this weekend, but it's not mariachi we'll be hearing. It's going to be the roar of the engines and the cheers of the crowd. Formula One is back in the very heart of Mexico City at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. This is an exhilarating circuit on the Formula One calendar. We'll be sure to see plenty of battles and overtaking this weekend, especially with the help of not one, not two, but 3 DRS zones. With the season nearly concluded, time is running out for the teams. Can anyone make a last-minute breakthrough? Can the leading drivers hold on? Only time will tell. The weekend begins here. Race day has arrived and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. AlphaTauri's qualifying results were in line with the targets set out for the team. They certainly have the potential to achieve a good result here today. And it's a little rainy here today. Only a few drops for now, but teams will be monitoring the situation really closely during the race.
And there are sure to be some dizzying strategies used here today, here in the Mexican Heights. The question is, though, who's going to be the one to climb to the top? We have a little bit of rain here. I expect most of the teams are hoping that's as bad as it gets. There we see Kevin Magnussen. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. And we're just moments away now. This is it. Here we go with the Mexican Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And away we go. All right, people, we're here in Mexico City. High altitude racing in the rain. And Schumacher's at the back of the pack in 20th, as you can see here.
Keep it up.
Magnussen started 8th. I think he's 7th now.
Good job.
So both of them gaining a spot. Now, it looks like that's going to happen a lot, so we're not going to watch these replays early on.
Pass with an overtake there.
It looks like, and we're probably going to lose spots too. Schumacher's got some new parts, which is why he got some grid penalties, which is why he's further back. Expected strategies were medium, hard, medium, and soft, hard. But it started with rain, so everybody's starting at intermediates. His car, again, this is what's going on with him. This engine 95 ERS 96, gearbox 84. Everything brand new on his car, which is kind of why he was at. And right now, as long as we get him in by lap 40 or so, we should be good. We'll just have to play this one by ear. Over to Kevin Magnussen, who's in 7th place. He did very well in time trials.
Wow.
So Schumacher obviously lost a spot there. Which he does. Magnussen so far tearing it up.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Here on intermediates. His situation, let's take a look at his parts. He's got 86 on the edge, 55 on the RS, which is just fine. Gearbox 82, that's good. Maybe we could prolong after the rest of the season. Again, in around lap 40, that should be good. We will go for a lap around with Magnussen in car. Show you what it looks like here in Mexico City. Very low track rubber, damp, 2.17 millimeters of rain on the track. Track normal track is 38.7 degrees. Wow, gotta be careful there. It's 20.9 outside Celsius and 2 minutes 50% chance of rain. It's 2:02 p.m. and here they are in the sort of the main crowd area. Behind him, he's got Gasly, and in front of him, Alonso. For Alpine, we need it. Right now, he's ahead of both AlphaTauris, which is good. If we can keep that up for the rest of the race, that would be ideal. Although I don't know if we can or not. Nobody's running DRS yet. Alonso for Alpine is up here a little further forward than expected. And down on the wing, excuse me, here you go. Kind of a neat looking track. Only 2 more races after this in the season.
Did a good job, Mick.
Mick obviously gained a spot, but he's going 20 to 19, from 20 to 19 back to 20 back to 19. So Vettel's in the back there. Oh. Look at him. Look at him fall back.
Oh, big lock up there.
And yellow there, yellow.
You coming out of it? Or is he? He's all the way in 20th. He went from 7th down to last. You deserve it. You deserve it. We got another one locked up there, though.
And that's the lockup.
Only Albon behind you. From 7th down to 20th, back up to 19th. I'm telling you, people, I am so looking forward to next season. I'm willing to accept that maybe I'm making mistakes here on this, but I've never seen driver. I mean, these guys had upper 80s into the 90s as far as their confidence in the car setup for this race. It was the most confident they've ever been in their cars prior to a race was right here in Mexico City. And yet they're still locking up and going off the track. I think I'd have to get 2 completely different drivers. And for some reason, it won't happen to these guys. It won't happen to these guys. It happens all the time to Haas, but not to why am I drawing a blank? McLaren, Alpine, Alfa Romeo. Just very upsetting.
Well done, Kev.
Now, why am I watching him when Schumacher's the better driver? Let's go to Schumacher on his thing, see how he's doing.
A new race position for Haas.
And he's got his teammate behind him, where he belongs. Counting on Schumacher for this one. He's moved up 3 places, as opposed to moving back 11. Unbelievable again, so early. 4 laps out of 71. Like I said, 2 more after this. I think we go down to Brazil next, and then all the way out to Abu Dhabi to finish things off. We're coming back next season. I was talking to somebody about F1 this weekend. Someone from Brazil that I know. And, well, he was saying there was a Brazilian driver before that was really big, and ever since he retired is no longer really watching, but it's a big sport down there. Big sport here in Mexico too, as well. Obviously, if you're hosting an F1 race, there's enough interest in your country to get 100,000 people out here to watch. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch this? Am I right? Here we are down to the Finn. Is that Latifi ahead of us? Yeah, I guess Latifi and then Ocon. We should be able to get around them. Let's take a look at other stuff. Excuse me, off the leader. Almost 20 seconds off the leader back where we're at. Now 20 seconds. Everybody's running intermediate tires. It looks like the dampness, now it's picking up a little bit. 70% chance of rain in 1 minute, so it looks like the rain's going to stick with us. We're not on wet tires yet, though. We have to keep an eye on that. If it gets up by 4 millimeters, that's when you want to switch to wet tires. You can see the tracks there. Look at this, the rain on the camera. That's pretty cool. I still do like this version, even though it's an older version. Nobody with the pit yet. Everybody, look at everybody's busting out on these sectors. I don't remember him saying anything about DRS yet. Right? And maybe, I don't know, can you even, is it possible you can't use DRS during rain or something? I don't know. Everybody has the flashing reds on the back. Just say pass with caution, you know. There's both of our guys together at the back. 17th and 18th. Sorry if I sound a little funny. I'm getting over a cold. I have a sore throat and stuffed up. We're behind Williams Racing here. But yeah, and it's been a little while. I was hoping to keep up with these a little bit more. Stick with it during the season. And, you know, kind of run through the practices and stuff on Twitch. I haven't been doing it. I've just been simulating everything up to the race and then running the races straight through. I gotta be honest. Let's here to the end of the season. Hold on a second. I've become a little fatigued here down toward the end of the season.
VSC.
Copy that.
We don't need. We're going to ignore the pit. We don't need it.
It's a crash!
Albon. I want to see it though. So where's my?
Let's see what happened there. Now we see the Williams here.
All right. Didn't look terrible, but anyway, a little fatigued here toward the end of the season. The amount of time it takes to put these together. This is an hour and a half recording, you know, so it's not often that I get those. I'm busy with a lot of other stuff, so it's kind of taking a back seat. I got this one, and then, like I said, 2 more races to end the year, and I really want to get those other 2 races in here in November. So that, you know, I'm done. December, January, February, I don't have anything to do with this or baseball or anything. It's just all other games. And then as far as prep for next season goes, I don't need to do much. I mean, there's an off season in this, but I'm kind of going to ignore it because I'm switching over to F1 Manager 2023 next year. You know, I'll just stay 2 years behind the curve. I still see F1 Manager 2024 out now. It's the newest one, and it has mixed reviews. So, doesn't make me want to get it. You know, even if it's the latest, it's got mixed reviews. It's like, well, that's pretty.
VSC ending.
That's pretty poor. You're gonna get mixed reviews. You just need a majority, basically, to get not mixed reviews. So, you know, of likes. So I don't understand. I got some notifications in the other room. Hold on a second. I got some activity on a motion camera. Let me check this out. Just spun. Magnussen just spun. All right.
It's a spin! Let's take a closer look. Now
on,
just
dude.
focus on the Haas.
There.
What a spin!
He spun there. He wasn't even... That's funny. You're funny. Hey, gay. I tell you. He's a scooch. He's trying real hard to get all the way to the back, but every time he spins out, somebody's slower than he is. So, all right, we're going to ignore you for the rest of the race because you're irrelevant. We're going to go with Schumacher, who's our only chance. Now, Schumacher should be able to get around Latifi. I mean, he started at the bottom. I think he can get his way up to 15th. He can get around Latifi. All of our competitors are going to get past us in this one. We obviously can't run in the rain. And for some reason, I can't bring my reserve driver up. I don't know why. I've got a reserve driver. I should be able to replace one of my drivers here. Just one, like somebody. I should be able to replace him with a reserve driver, and I don't know how. So maybe I'll figure that out in 2023. But I'm telling you. Oh, there he is already. He's just annoying his teammate. Just aggravating him. But he's got to be able to get around Latifi at some point. Where's he going to get him? The main straightaway. Right? That's where you got to go your DRS if it's even available. I guess if it's not, you can't. We might just be stuck here at 174. All right, I need to leave the room for a minute. I'm going to go muted, and I will be right back shortly. Stand by. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Didn't really miss much. I had something to take care of. Racha. There they are coming down that main stretch. He's going for it. He's going for it. And he's got it. He's got it. He's working it. He's got it. Okay, good. Yay. It's P16. Just 16.
Haas with an overtake there.
It's gonna be a long race, people. We're at a lap. We have 60 more laps to go. Hope you're enjoying other things on the channel. We've still got the Easy Red series. We're just cranking away at that. There are so many battles to cover in Easy Red 2. And man, I love that game. It's so deep as far as what's available, the different battles and all that stuff. And we're in the Stalingrad at this point. We're in the Stalingrad series, so you can see how the Battle of Stalingrad goes. And I do it from the Axis perspective with no commentary, no overlays. And then Pete and I and Eric, we all battle together as the Allies. And usually chew through several more characters. But it's interesting to see us there and see how the battle progresses. And then right now, actually, because we went through the invasion of France, which is, obviously
Good job, Kev.
Germany overcoming France, and now we're on to 1942, where it's Stalingrad.
Haas with an overtake.
But pretty soon, the dates overlap with Tunisia. So we're going to be kind of going back and forth between the Tunisian campaign in North Africa, and the invasion of Stalingrad on the Eastern Front. So that's really interesting. I started a new show that I'm hoping to be a quarterly program, 4 episodes a year, called Matters of Interest, and it's supposed to cover sort of a wide variety of documentary type stuff. That's sort of machinima type documentaries. This first one is Titanic, and it covers the Titanic VR game, and sends you a little tour down to the wreck site, and it gives you a lot of information. It's really a good game. And I know those games are sort of like, well, if you show that, aren't you kind of it's like a big spoiler, you're kind of showing people the game. But that may be true, but you still, I think, want to see it for yourself, especially a VR game like that. If you're interested at all, you're going to want to put the VR goggles on yourself and really see all this in 3 dimensions. It's pretty neat. Plus, there's a lot of additional content in the game that we don't show on this program, so it's worth it to get it yourself. But I try and run it like a documentary, like I'm a producer, and we got hosts that we have introducing it and so forth. They're AI hosts and NPCs, kind of. I'm writing the script for them. But I think it's fun. Hopefully you like it. If you like it, I don't know what the next one's going to be, but I know I've got another VR series called the Apollo, on the Apollo missions. I'm going to have that be one of them, but I'm also going to do like historical battle stuff from some of the Total War battles. And I know I've got War on the Sea, so I think I'm going to start playing that some more, and then maybe show some of those naval battles and do that as well. So I have some ideas. And then Pete and I are driving all over the States. I'm doing flying. And I think probably the end of the year, so Pete and I are going to run through the sort of the off-season draft stuff in Las Vegas, find out what the teams are going to look like. Because I think we'll start baseball up again April 1st. So we'll want to do a preseason game or 2 at the end of March, maybe. I know we're going on spring break at the end of March, so we'll start the season when we come back in early April. We're gonna be in Miami, actually. Last week of March is spring break, so we'll come back then, in April, and get the season going. See who we start against and all that stuff. Texas Ramblers season. It looks like he's trying to make a move here again, and he did it. So far, is he gonna get it back? Is he gonna get it? He's fighting him. He's got it. Nice. Nice move, kid.
Great job.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It is. And now Magnus is trying to get him. I don't think he's going to get him here yet, though. Oh, maybe he is. Let's watch this. Yeah, looks like... So...
Kev, you're doing a brilliant job here.
So we're passing as a team.
Haas with an overtake there.
There you go. Look at us all the way up to 15th place. I don't know what to expect. What did I say, like lap 40 or something like that was when we're going to have to start worrying about our tires? Off the leader, the tires are all 80s. No laps. So everybody's green. Everybody's looking so good. Last lap, interval, leader. Oops, I want to go leader. There you go. Back down to the fin here. Gonna take some ice water. Ah, I feel so good on a sore throat. The track's drying up. DRS
You have
enabled.
DRS.
All right. Dry 98 millimeters. I think people are going to start to pit. And then I think we're going to want to pit the next lap. It's interesting. We got both guys right next to each other here. I can't recall what pit row looks like. How close it is to the finish line down there. So I'm going to want to keep an eye out for what that looks like when they get around it. Because there's less than a millimeter of water on the ground right now. 1 minute, 65% chance of rain. It doesn't look like the forecast is getting better, you know, even if it dries up a little. I don't think it's going to dry up, you know. All right, there's the pit entry, I think. Right? Or no? Maybe not. There it is. Okay. So the pit entry is right before the main stretch. And then you come out right there, still on the main stretch. And there's the crowd by the chicane there. Big facility. A lot of grandstands here. A lot of places for people to watch. It'd be a fun race to attend in Mexico City. I mean, it'd be nice to vacation to Mexico City anyway. Nice attempt at trying to pass your teammate. Well, let's face it, you're not the top driver anymore, Kev. A couple of early crashes. Gets them every time. Yeah, so it's fun. It's fun time on the channel. Yeah, and I'm also got some airport sim stuff coming up here. I picked that game up recently. Ground handling at major airports. I mean, I've had a lot of the aviation stuff on my channel, but the aviation stuff gets the most views. So I expect, excuse me, to get many of them. Hold on one second. So I know there's some interest there. I've got some, a lot of flying games where I'm actually doing the flying. I have the Tower 3D games where I would do ground control. Recalling air traffic on the ground and on the tower. I've had the Tracon where I do arrivals and departures on a radar screen. And so this sort of made sense to do, ground operations. Marshalling, stuff like that. So I think that'll be fun to do some of those on occasion. Just for a little variety on the channel. But the first couple coming out are the tutorials. I had a tutorial early. I did the demo a long time ago, like a year or two ago. And it's actually one of my most watched videos. But I think people look it up now and then they realize it's really old and they stop watching. But the other game's, way past full release and it's a lot more robust. So going to the tutorials is a little bit more in depth. There's a lot more you could do, and they really fleshed it out pretty well. I was excited to see it because, again, having played the demo, that was my exposure. So now I was seeing the rest of that game. I'm like, wow, they really built a lot in here. I mean, all the different NPC models moving around and stuff, and it really feels it feels like it's pretty tight. It doesn't feel like it's a dude, programming it in his basement. It seems like it's pretty well programmed. So, and there's a handful of airports they cover. There's Vagar Airport in the Faroe Islands. There's Warsaw, Key West, Bologna, a couple others. So that'll be fun. And American Truck Simulator. So we're going to do American Truck Simulator, I think, through the end of November. And then I think the plan in December is to move on over to Europe, start doing some Euro Truck Simulator, and then integrate a little bit more of the what's it called? The stuff. Rally racing, dirt rally, WRC. Some of that in there. I know I also have to pull some old games out too. I gotta get Undisputed. I gotta get a Boxer going back here in the States. I got Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. I gotta get that going. And then I have other history stuff too. I have, I've got the Guild 3, and I have so many others. It's just sick. Just keep watching the channel, people. Keep coming back. And again, next season, F1 Manager 2023. So my guys here are just basically stuck out of 15th, 16th. It's raining again. The rain picking back up. Close 2 millimeters. Very low track rubber. Track grip is low. I'm expecting this whole race to be wet. So,
I'm sorry.
Let's have a look. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher. And this, yes, this is where they spun out. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
it's slowed them both down too.
Yellow.
Instead of getting
Understood.
closer to instead of getting close to the guys ahead of them, they're way back. I don't know. We got 50 more laps, and I don't know how anything's going to change here. I think 15th is about where we're going to end up. Who spun? Was it Magnussen?
VSC. Cover. And DRS is now disabled. DRS disabled.
They've crashed out!
Ocon, huh?
Here's the replay. Now have a watch of this. Looks like Ocon. That crash is terrible news for the team.
Same as us. Where is Ocon? Oh, he's right ahead of Schumacher. Okay, well, I couldn't have helped us, Gotta slow way down when it's this wet. Already spun out before. Tough kid. Ocon's at the end of this straightaway. Oh, gosh. Virtual safety car. Interesting. Both of our guys still right there on top of each other. It's funny, I think about all I was talking about so far, and I've got 50 laps. I don't know what I'm going to talk about the rest of this time. VSC ending soon. Alright, so
VSC ending.
Roger that. I've got still saving up for the new PC. Although I don't know what the PC market's going to look like here in the near future. I really want the new PC before the next baseball season, before the next F1 season. But if the price of computers goes way up, if even short term, I mean, I could push back. If the computer I was looking at as sort of a benchmark is $100 or hundreds of dollars more expensive than it was when I marked it, I don't mind just holding off, just waiting. You know, waiting for market changes. Wait for things to stable out and so forth. I mean, as much as I want it, I'm an adult and I can wait for it. So if that's the case, I may end up getting my yoke and pedals for flying first. I was going to get the new computer and then sometime next year get the yoke and pedals. But I may do it the other way around depending on what the market looks like here in the next few months. Hold on, let me take a drink. Throat. Yeah, my throat's hurting. Doesn't help. What I may end up doing is I may stop talking for a while and just show this and jump in on occasion saying stuff as opposed to just constantly talking because I'm running out of things to talk about and my throat is hurting. But anyway, that's sort of where I'm at on the channel. I got a new microphone and a boom mic on a boom. Good microphone. I'm not using it right now. And again, I was sort of waiting for the new PC for that because it has some additional USB ports, and I just want to sort of reset everything up, revamp my room here, move things around a little bit. I kind of wanted to do it all at one time, but I may hook this new microphone up and take it for a ride, see how it works. It's a good mic. I think it's a. I can't see the box from here. Let's see. I can look it up in 1 second. What is it? It is JLab GoTalk desktop microphone, and of course you could put it on a boom. I've done it on a boom here. I think it's like a $75 cardioid mic. I got it for free. Got the boom for free. Got the mount for my TV for free. Got my monitor for free. Good stuff. But yeah, I want to set that stuff up. Let's see. What else? Looks like Magnussen is trying to get around Schumacher, which is kind of rude considering Magnussen is the lesser of the two drivers today. I told him. He's got some nerve. So far Schumacher's only gone up in the standings. Magnussen fell from 7th all the way down to the 20th. Another car spun. All right, we'll see who he's talking about.
Yellow there, yellow. Copy.
Tsunoda. Tsunoda's way up here, so that doesn't help us. I think this is Tsunoda. So he spun out, and he still recovered and still several places ahead of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so nothing for us to worry about or concern ourselves about. 7th gear, can you get to 8th gear? I would think that they'd probably get into 8th gear on that straight if it were dry. With almost 2 millimeters of water on the track, I could see why they wouldn't. But he's got his teammate right there. And now he's going to go on a bit of a fast area here. I mean, he's got some turns. These turns aren't all that bad. Especially the next several. I also have 2K23, right? Yeah, golf. And I'm looking forward to trying that out. I think when I'm on American Truck Sim, when I'm in Vegas, I'm going to hit the Top Golf there to show you that. And then I'd like to get going doing some golf next season. That's another sport that I could do. I could create a professional golfer, do some golfing. I don't know. I mean, baseball really takes so much of our time across the summer because we do 2 a week. And then after that, we do the, we edit them, put them out there. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So, that's a bit tough. I have to get, before the season starts, I have to get the B-roll for each of the games. So we have a 38-game season. And as soon as I get the calendar, the schedule, to show where they are, I get, what's that, 15, 19. I have to get 19 opening, like 30-second clips of Dallas, in the Dallas area, from both Truck Simulator and from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Do the opening B-roll for those, because I like to start off with a cityscape shot before the game. Give you a feel for where you're at. And then the other 19 are on the road. So I grab those as well too. And it takes a couple weeks of really putting some stuff together to get those intros all set up for the game. And then I also prepare the credits at the beginning of the season for those as well, so that when the season comes and I record the game, at the end of the game, I just grab the right intro, slap the game in there. I get highlights from the previous game, overlay them at the beginning when we talk about highlights, and then I go to the end of it, drop in the credits, and then export it. It makes the season a lot easier as we're going through it to do all that prep work in the beginning of the season. So again, before we start baseball, I need about a month of that sort of editing, which I'll probably do, in February maybe. So I'll really have December to just play other games. We'll do our off-season stuff maybe the end of that month. January, just play other games, and then February, gotta start preparing for baseball. March, get a couple of preseasons just to test it out, get back used to mechanics. And then April, starting right back in it. But this year we stuck to our schedule. We started at the right time. We stuck to our schedule. We had several weeks where, we were just busy, not feeling well, tired, whatever. And that, we ended up skipping. But we, just in keeping to it most of the way and starting as early as we did, we were able to finish up, by September. And that really allows us 6 months of no baseball, which is nice. We got a half a year for all. I say me and my brother-in-law Pete, we got a half a year to play all our other games, and a half a year to do baseball. So, speaking of which, go over to Pete_J on YouTube. That's my brother-in-law Pete, and he's in a lot of my truck simulator driving stuff, and he's got a channel of his own. He does a lot of mechanic simulator stuff. He's got motorcycle mechanic simulator, airplane mechanic simulator, car mechanic simulators, 18 and 21. Off-road mechanic simulator. Mechanics. No, but he's a handy guy. Gotta give him a hand. Gotta hand it to him. There's a joke there. Anyway. If you've heard it, you know what I'm talking about. Alright. We're at lap 29 to 71. We'll get to 35. We're about halfway done. And we are just, I mean, look. This is where we are. We are alone. Again, the competitors behind us in the standings are McLaren, the orange ones. They're behind us in the standings. They're in front of us in the race. Chances are they're going to gain on us. The ones ahead of us are these AlphaTauri, and they are here and here, way ahead of us. Initially, Magnussen was up here. He would have been battling for it, trying to keep ahead of both of them. Schumacher could possibly take them. Now, see, we're at 30. Let's take a look at these tire wear. Oh, look at this. We're good. It's actually extending the tire wear on these. I mean, we had him coming in lap 40. It looks like he can go probably 50. Oh, except
Let's
he's fun.
take a look at the replay. Right, watch this.
You
There's
suck.
Schumacher. A definite collision there. That's very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate,
The
but
team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
unfortunate, but not.
I don't know what to say. I'm very sorry about that.
Okay, Nick, are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm good.
VSC.
but not totally unexpected. Rating 2.5 millimeters.
No more rain expected.
Really? So Magnussen in 15. Excuse me. And he's got a little bit on it. He may be able to go to 45 with these tires. Although everyone else is going to come in before him, so we're going to let everybody else come in, and we'll go in behind them. Tire wear is in the 60s. Everyone has a slow sector. There, we're off the leader. I need more to drink. Hold on. I really take those corners slow. I mean, there's 2.5 millimeters of water.
VSC ending. VSC ending.
So 40% chance of clouds in 3 minutes. So it's raining now, but they're expecting the rain to end pretty soon here. Or it's just ended. And everyone's going to switch to some other tires in just a bit. And I wonder what they're going to switch to. And I wonder where the others are going to come in. Maybe we could leapfrog them. You know? This actually could work out okay. Like if If McLaren comes in, we pass them up. I don't know what to see when people start pitting. Track still has 2.5 millimeters of water on it. Although it's reducing, it's draining. But that's still enough to have everybody going around several more times. All right, actually starting to see some sun. It's kind of cool looking. And now you're going to see this dropping a lot. If the sun's out, you're going to see this dropping pretty rapidly. But that's kind of cool to see the rain dissipate. See what it looks like now. All right.
Or is it improving at all? It looks like to us it's not raining.
Copy.
I think he asked a question and he just said copy. There's that corner they both wiped out in. Smashed the wall on. Hold on. Sicker than a dog. Here's the big stretch. Very stretchy. Over the top shot. Let's take a look at his teammate. There he is back there. 2 millimeters. We'll see if he's able to close the gap at all. I'm not sure if he is. Now we got Ricardo ahead of us. We're starting to see him. It's possible we gain a Ricardo. If these guys came in to pit and we stayed out, I think we can get far enough around them that the next time we pit, they wouldn't catch us. I'm not sure. We're at 50s on tires. But I think we're going to go a little longer than them. We're going to keep that open. See when they start to pit. Here on the home stretch. Only problem is these tires are not nearly as fast. So if we stay out on the track another lap, we're not really going all that fast. Can't believe his sore throat. It doesn't help that I'm talking. We're at the halfway mark of the race mod now. So we got just as much out ahead of us. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I'll be in much better shape for the next race. Down in Rio. That'll be cool. Looking forward to that one. New part of the track here. Yeah, there we got Ricardo. We're not too far behind him. We could potentially catch him if he doesn't wipe out. None of our competitors are spinning out, though. We're going long. So I don't know what that means. Their timings are still really slow. There's a little straightaway back here. I think we're getting closer, though. That's kind of impressive. I think we're driving better on these intermediates than the McLaren is. There's a good lap. I mean, a good sector. Well, this whole thing is a lap. These are 3 sectors within the lap. It looks like he's beating his time on that second one. Here's the main part. So it looks like when you're bearing down a Ricardo. Get really close to him at the turn here. Track's drying up. We got less than a millimeter. This is when I think we start to see other teams.
DRS enabled.
Coming in, and I think we stay out for one extra lap. And we just heat those tires up. You know what I mean? So now we're going to start to pay attention when these guys are coming in. I think when it gets below a half a millimeter, that's when the other teams are going to go. In fact, I think we're going to go after this next lap. Oh no, wait, both of those guys are out now. All right, here we go. Now we're going to do this. All right, so we are, what lap are we at? 37th. I think we could just go hard. Now these guys are coming out already. That's frustrating. I wanted to be quite a bit ahead of them. Because I want to be out of the pit before they were anywhere near us. And I don't think that's going to happen. Because they really got up on us. Now, what kind of tires are they using? They have mediums. He's coming in the pit. Here he comes around here. All right. They're going to get back around us. Because we're all the way down at the end. Doggone it. Yep, 14, 15. Here we go. Out you go. 16th. Okay. All right, this will take him for the rest of the race. Now we got to go over to Schumacher, the shoemaker, and tell him come in for the pit. And he's going to go with the medium tire.
We'll box now, Mick.
Copy for box.
Here's from his camera. He's got Ricardo behind him. Why is he letting guys pass him? His tires are really that hot?
Box.
Yep, understood, understood. And white line, white line.
All right. In you go. He'll be good at the end of the race, too. So the only one who's got hards is Magnussen. And he doesn't even need them. Oops. Well, that's kind of our mistake. I feel partially responsible. I thought maybe I would need another pit if he had mediums, but that's not true. So I don't know what Magnussen's going to do with hard tires on, other than spin out. I mean, it's possible some other cars end up needing tires later on. Track cover's very low. So that's this slight problem. Doesn't look like he's holding back much, though. He's doing all right here. I don't know. I still think we're going to end up 15th. I still think 15th and 16th. Get us no points. I mean, we'd have to get 5 places at this point to get any points. The odds of us moving up 5 places are pretty slim. Got no one behind him really to worry about. So track is dry, low track rubber, normal grip. 5% chance the sun comes out in 4 minutes. I'll see what he does here for gears. Is he getting an 8th gear? I don't think so. Oh, he does. Okay, he does get an 8th gear. Alright, so I was thinking in a dry conditions they would be able to get an 8th gear. And he was. So that's good. Alright. Pretty soon we should see the track rubber coming up just a little bit. Yeah, Tsunoda went to soft. Magnussen's at hard. That is a mistake. There we go. Off the leader. Like, who do we have behind us? I think that's for stopping behind us. About to lap us. The leader's about to lap us. That's funny. Kind of want to watch for stop and lap us. He's the best. We're the 15th best. Oh. Gosh, I'm so tired of this. I've had this illness for like a better part of a week. And it's not like, it's never been debilitating or anything. It just will not go away. Started mostly as nasal stuff. Now it's worked its way down in my throat. Just kind of drains your energy. There's the first place guy right behind us. Hold on a second. Okay, there we are. There goes Verstappen. He's got a lap on us. Just say, hey, we're right behind the first place guy. Except a lap. He'd be able to sit out a whole lap and come in and still be in first place. It's kind of funny. He's that much better than us. The Red Bull car is that much better. Oh, golly. You know. Yeah, so if you haven't already, switch on over and check out Matters of Interest. I recommend it. Could learn a thing or two. Or three. Had a cough. Sometimes a coughing feels good because it's like scratching your throat. We will see how this thing fixes up. And 2 more races, so there's really not going to be a whole lot of upgrades to the car. I mean, we will get a couple, but I don't think anything that's going to really vault us over the top. I'm hoping we could use the same engine and all that stuff. We don't have to buy a new one at the end of the season. I'm definitely going to keep a better eye on engine cooling next season. I'll be happy when we get to 51 laps, because then we're just 20 away. So Schumacher's quite a ways back here. We got both Ferraris behind us. But Schumacher's way back here. The car in front, the both of these orange ones are our competitors. It would be nice to get up ahead of Ricardo and Norris and end there. At least we got to hope they're out of the points. If they're out of the points, even if both AlphaTauris are on the point, as long as McLaren doesn't score points, then we stay in 7th at least. I mean, the board had a goal for our principal here of 6th from 10th. They wanted the team to move from 10th place all the way up to 6th. And personally, I think moving from 10th of 10 teams up to 7th it's a good thing. You're moving up 3 places. And we just got our cargo spot out. You know, that would get you.
Spun out.
I don't need to see the replay. We saw him there. But, you know, I would think that would keep your job. Well, you were in 10th. You moved up not to 9th, not to 8th, but to 7th. 3 places. I would think that the next season, then you could expect 5th. 2 more places, and the season after that, 4th. That would be a nice progression. And I would keep the principal around myself if that were the trajectory. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be Haas next year or who we're going to be. Another driver locking up. Who was it? Another car running wide.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
Vettel's in last place, not worrying about it. Who's right in front of us here? I think this is Vettel right in front of us. We just passed. And now we're getting passed by Sainz. Track rubber is still very low. The grip is normal. All right, we still have Norris to get. Norris is up here. I don't know if we're going to get around Norris. But we need Ocon to stay out ahead of him. As long as the 10, these guys all stay out ahead of him. We don't give them any points. That's what we want. 49 out of 71. That's what Carlos Sainz car looks like. It's Vettel back there. Got a little stretch here. 3:11 p.m. Getting all sorts of notifications here. On me phone. Here on the big. Oh, that's the back stretch. Well, here we've got one of the Williams cars we got to get around. Let's get around, you guys. Man, there's a we lapped those guys. They've lapped us, and we lapped the guy that we just passed. Crazy. Let's go over here again to tires. These Tsunoda's probably going to have to come in and change one more time. I don't think anyone else will. So there you go. If you look, yeah, we got more than enough to finish the race out. Schumacher's got just enough on mediums. I think soft is not enough. So I think Tsunoda made a mistake on the tires going soft, and I think Magnussen made a mistake on the tires going hard. Medium was the way to go. But I have trouble with that wet conditions. I don't know what to do. It totally throws things up in the air for me. I got no clue. Lap 51 of 71. 20 more laps to go. Let's wrap this thing up here, folks. No more crashes. We'll have 2 races left. I like the palm trees here. Mexico City. I forget what the altitude is there, but I know it's high. It's higher than Denver. But it's a mountain town. Even though I don't see mountains in the background. That ancient geography stuff. That's really interesting, you know. Where they think to put a town and how it grows over the centuries and millennia. I just think that once upon a time this was unpopulated. And a few tribes in the area. Let's stop. This would be a good spot. Build a city out on a lake. Or an island in a lake. Right? Isn't that what? Up in the mountains. And there's an island on a lake. I think that was Mexico City. And then 1,000 years later, it's one of the most populated cities in the world. I forget what rank it is. Let's find that out. Let's pull up the phone here and find out. Most populated cities in the world. Largest cities in the world. Okay, we got Tokyo. Wow. Interesting. So I'm an American. New York is to be up there. Not anymore. The top 10 cities here, folks. Let's see if you if you knew this. Everybody probably could have guessed Tokyo, Japan is the top. Population within the city. So I'm from Chicago. Chicago has about 3 million people in the city and about 10 million in the Chicagoland area, we call it, with the Chicago and all the suburbs. I think New York, I forget what New York has, but Tokyo has 37.2 million. It's like Chicagoland 3 times over. Just massive, sprawling city. Second, Delhi, India, at 32.9 million. I don't think that was in the running a little while ago. Delhi, India, 32.9 million. Wow. Still 5 million less than Tokyo. Tokyo's ahead by 5 million. Unbelievable. Shanghai, China, 29.2 million is third. At fourth, Dhaka, Bangladesh, 23.2 million. Fourth, this one surprised me, Sao Paulo, Brazil, 22.6 million people in Sao Paulo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth is this city right here, Mexico City, with only 22.3 million people. Still twice the size of Chicagoland. Cairo, Egypt, in seventh, 22.2 million. Beijing at 8th, 21.8 million. Mumbai, India, 21.3 million. And Osaka, Japan, 19 million. You got 2 Japanese cities that have, within those 2 cities in Japan, 50 million people. Wow. Yeah, here it's serving as Japan's capital city since 1868. Tokyo is by far the largest city in the world in terms of total population. Despite being home to more than 37 million people, the city is famous for being well run, safe, and remarkably clean. I owe that all to Japanese culture. Japan, don't change. Don't become more like the rest of the world. You'll be doing yourself a disservice. Tokyo is a fascinating mix of ancient Japanese culture and customs, while simultaneously displaying a cutting-edge standard of living. The allure of Tokyo has made it one of the busiest tourist destinations in the world, attracting roughly 25 million visitors in 2023 alone. Yeah, then you compare it to like Delhi and Shanghai and Dhaka. I mean, these, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, like all these other cities, Cairo, Beijing, all these other cities have massive amounts of really impoverished areas. Mumbai. In areas that you just would not want. Like, any of those other cities have portions that if you wandered into them as a foreigner, your life would be in your hands. Like, you may not make it out alive. Tokyo, you probably get polite directions and a warm meal and, just super gracious people. I love Japan. I think they got something you want to emulate, I think. But yeah, you think of that. There's you can go to Japan, get lost, and and run into the friendliest people, that you can imagine, and you cannot say that about many, many places on this planet. Not even in my country, in America. There's places you won't want to go. you want to stay away from, especially large cities. Large cities are where you tend to see the worst of America. So let that sink in. Where are we at now? 57 to 71. Magnuson's still 14th. Any closer? He's getting closer. He may be able to catch Norris. He's got 14 laps. He could do it. What do we have for tire wear? He's going to have much better tire. Now, Tsunoda's going to have to come in. Tsunoda's up here. He's still going to stay ahead of us. But we're keeping these guys out. Now, Alpine. I'd love to see Alpine get around. Bump those guys out. We need Alpine, this guy to get. We need Ocon to get up above these two. We got Schumacher bearing down a Ricardo. Everybody just the one pit. Off the leader, here you go. I have to get up at 7:30 tomorrow for an engagement. It is 10 to midnight. And I'm unwell. So I'm hoping to get a solid 7 hours of sleep. As soon as this is over, I'm going to bed. Well, I got 2 more races the rest of the year. I hope we fare better on those. Let's go to the onboard. They're getting closer. He is getting closer. I think. Let's see if we can see him. So come around here. He's in the middle of this. He's up there. I could see him. Close on him at the turn here. He just went around that turn. I don't know. Might be able to. He's right there. He's not even showing up ahead of our marker there. We're close enough that we're overlapping him, our marker. And behind us, I think we got Bottas, who's going to try and lap us. Bottas in 4th. Maybe I should have picked up Bottas earlier in the season. Remember I was talking about that? Remember that? You remember? I was like, do I get rid of Schumacher and get Bottas? And then I was like, nah, I don't need to. I don't need Bottas. Of course, well, we picked up their engineering guy, right? That's a forget what his name is. I don't know. Yeah, we're still plenty of tire wear. We're good. Competitor spun. All right. Who was it?
Oh, we've had a spin.
Tsunoda. And he's the one who's going to be changing his tires, too. Now he's right cha. He's need a tar change. We're going to get him. Closing in on Norris. If you guys get ahead of a McLaren, I'll consider this a fine race. Just frustrating that Magnussen started in 8th, got up to 7th, was in 7th place, and spins out, crashes, goes all the way to dead last, and works his way to 14th. Excuse me, maybe he'll end 13th. That didn't happen to Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Bottas, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Alonso, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, Joe. Nothing like that happened to the top 12 guys. That stuff happens to these guys. That's where we are. We belong in definitely in the bottom half. Maybe the bottom third.
Did a good job.
Embarrassing. Hey, okay, Schumacher around Ricardo. That's good. Stay ahead of him,
with
kid.
an overtake.
I don't think we really need to see it yet. 10 laps left. Take a look at him, see how far out he... Okay, he's ahead of him. He's good. He's got his medium tires on, too. Let's go to his cameras. He looks good. Still low track rubber. I think because of the water. You got Ricardo there. You be careful, Ricardo, but... Have to be too careful here. Come around this end. And on the home stretch. There you go. See, he's got his DRS enabled, though. I don't know. We gotta be careful. That got him closer. Okay, here we are back on Shoe Magnuson. And are we going to put our DRS on? At some point? Not here. You don't have to worry about these hard tires at this point. Just run these suckers hot. Here's a slow turn. We're closing in on the other race here. Then we're getting on the home stretch. Did I see that guy? There he is. We see him. DRS? No? Alright, nobody behind us not using our DRS. For some reason, we're not going to use our DRS. I guess because we're not trying to overtake. That's when you save it for the overtake. But I don't know if we're going to get... I don't know how much closer we can get to this guy in the next 8 laps. You know? Our only... Oh, he's right here. I think our best bet is if one of them spins out. Start to hear the fans cheering. There's the fin cam. Finkum. Nice backstretch here. Low lap warning, mate. Nearly there. This is a low lap warning. Affirmative, says Magnuson. Looks nice with the sun shining. Looking forward to coming back here next year. A little different conditions. Maybe a better car, better team. We'll see. Maybe the same team, better drivers. I don't know. We're starting to hear the fans cheering. We're right behind these guys. We're closing. I think if we had medium tires, we'd be doing better. I think we'd be right there. So I think we're coming off those turns a little slower than they are. Hold on. I can't wait to stop talking today. My throat is hurting, even though I took medication. I just needed to sit overnight, not talking, just healing. Just healing. Gonna whisper here. It's nice healing. 8 more laps. No response. He's like, is this thing on? I said 8 more laps. Can you say thanks? Schumacher said staying ahead of Ricardo. Schumacher ended up at 15th, is about where you would expect him. Magnussen, I would expect Magnussen 9th or 10th. But because of those early wipeouts, he could settle for 13th. AlphaTauri's going to gain another point. Alpine's going to gain 2. Right? Because, yeah, I don't see where Gasly is. Oh, I think I see where Gasly is. Yeah, there's no way Gasly's going to get passed by Ocon. There's Norris right ahead of us. We got Tsunoda climbing up us. We gotta worry about Tsunoda. That's not good. Oh, we're making our move here. I mean, we could get around Norris. And then there's Joe right ahead of him. Look at this. Only problem is Tsunoda's right behind us too, but we got 57 to 71. Here we're going to use DRS here too, right?
6 laps remaining.
All right, now here we're using the DRS. There's Tsunoda back there. Tight on him. I don't know. This will be interesting. We're both using DRS here. We're going for it. Couldn't quite make it on the inside. But we are right here. He's going to try and pass him for the last few laps. And it's possible we get around both of them. Look at that. Oh, and then we got Tsunoda right there too. Oh no, man. I don't know what to expect here in the last few laps. All right, we're going for it. Didn't make it. Oh man, we got Tsunoda right there. But what's his tire wear? He changed, put softs on? How's he at 77?
5 laps remaining.
Copy that.
I don't understand. He's going to pass us up. Man. Get around him here. Get around him here. DRS, enable. We can't catch him. Oh, man. We're just as likely to get past as we are to pass. Unbelievable. 68. Look at that. In fact, Tsunoda's closer to us than we are to the guy in front of us. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is pretty crazy. Look at this.
4 laps remaining.
Now it's just opened up. Can't seem to pass them though. Trying to get around them. Nope. Oh man, this is crazy. What a finish here though for for the bottom half. '70-71. Someone's got to make a move on this last straightaway. People going crazy. There you go, last straightaway. Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. DRS enabled.
3 laps remaining.
Go, 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 go. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay, this is the leader. So we have 3 laps. Tsunoda's gonna get us. Oh my goodness. And then you got the Aston Martin in here. Last lap for Charles Leclerc. Charlie Leclerc. Man, this is crazy. They're going all out here. Here they come. DRS enable.
Final lap.
What's happening here? What's happening? Ooh. Oh, on the inside. He's on the inside. He's trying. He's trying. Crazy.
Nice work, Kev.
It's not done though. Just lost it.
Typical.
Although he's not done. He's chasing him inside. That's one.
Nice work, Kev.
All right, Charles Leclerc won the whole thing. I think
Is that a new race position for Haas?
we already saw that. I want to see the win.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner. Let's see what happened there. And there it is, a win for Charles Leclerc.
All
Wow.
credit to the team for the car they've put together. But without that incredible and consistent
Ferrari.
driving, it'd all be for nothing.
Whoa, what is that? I think a little glitchy. Okay, now can we get ahead of Joe? Try it, man. Try it. We have a couple more laps. You can do it.
Checkered flag.
We weren't lucky there.
Oh, wait. Well, I thought we had a couple more laps. 12th. Okay. Well, we kept McLaren out of it. And AlphaTauri picks up a
Checkered
point.
flag.
All right.
I'm very sorry about that.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll catch you down in Sao Paulo, Brazil, another huge city, for the Brazilian Grand Prix. See you soon.
Kevin Magnussen did okay for himself today. A good enough result. This was a reasonable weekend for Haas, but they'll need to work some things out if they want to push beyond that.
Yes, there's no doubt that they have what it takes. I can't wait to see which direction they go in for the next race.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the constructor standings.
Coming up in the next round is the Sao Paulo Grand Prix as we head to Brazil. Join us next time at Interlagos.